Picture this. You're driving past that same half-finished road, or that supposed new public building in your neighborhood, and you can't help but wonder, who is actually keeping track of this stuff? Well, what happens when we stop being just silent spectators and start using our own voices to track those government projects? That's exactly what we're tackling today. And honestly, it all starts with recognizing the absolute power of your own voice as a legitimate, real-world tool for demanding government accountability.
Welcome to This Explainer. I am so pumped you're here, because today we're crossing a major threshold together. We're officially shifting gears from just learning the concepts about public procurement to taking concrete, measurable action in our own communities. We've got the theory down, right? Now it's time for the practice. So let's dive right in. Here is our game plan for today. We'll kick things off with a quick recap of our procurement advocacy journey, then look at tracking your local projects, dig into feedback as an accountability tool, explore the feedback loop effect, and wrap the whole thing up with the community call to action. Okay, part 1, the procurement advocacy journey. Think back over the past 4 weeks. We've really been on this incredible journey together. In week 1, we uncovered what we call the invisible engine behind public services, realizing that procurement is literally what runs the systems we rely on every single day. Then in week 2, we saw how procurement builds communities and directly transforms lives. By week 3, we were spotting red flags, identifying challenges, and learning about the actual legal rights you hold as a citizen. Which brings us to week 4, taking action and monitoring. We are officially ready to vigilantly track our tax dollars at work. Moving right along to part 2, tracking your local projects.
Taking these concepts into the real world means standardizing workflows. True accountability means institutionalizing a performance culture by making project progress totally visible to the public. You know, transparency is sometimes viewed by institutions as this big administrative burden, just extra paperwork or annoying audit logs. But in reality, when governments standardize their workflows and make their progress visible to you, they transform transparency into a massive driver of efficiency and public trust. Real projects demand real accountability.
And hey, monitoring your local community doesn't have to be some giant headache. It is a super straightforward 5-step process. Step 1, just search for projects in your area using your government's procurement portal, like PhilJEPs, for example. Step 2, check the details. Look at the scope, the budget, the contractor, the timeline. Step 3, go visit the actual project site. Does the physical work match the contract? Step 4, document what you see. Grab your phone, take photos, jot down notes and dates. And step 5, report those findings to your local government, an oversight body, or a civil society organization. Simple as that.
Looking at this workflow, it takes you directly from gathering data at your computer, out into the field for observation, and finally into advocacy. And I want to emphasize something incredibly important here. You do not need to be a structural engineer, a certified auditor, or a legal expert to be a watchdog. No way. You just need to be present and you need to be vocal. Start today. Just pick one project, take one look, share what you see. Which brings us to part 3, feedback as accountability tool.
So, you've gone out, you've documented a project. But why does your input actually matter? Well, because your feedback is not just an opinion, it is a powerful tool for government accountability. Citizen feedback on public procurement isn't just dropping a note into some polite, dusty suggestion box. It is a legal, democratic mechanism for improving public services. It helps spot service gaps, slashes waste, prevents corruption, and basically forces suppliers to deliver better outcomes. Make no mistake, your voice as a taxpayer has legitimate systemic power.
All right, part 4, the feedback loop effect.
Proactive citizen feedback doesn't just disappear into a void. It creates this continuous, powerful loop of cause and effect. Think about it in real-world terms. If you report a defective new road, boom, you trigger an official inspection. If you flag a missing delivery at a local clinic, you initiate an audit. If you question a clearly overpriced contract, well, now they have to provide a formal justification. And hey, it's not just about finding problems either. If you commend a really well-executed project, you're setting a standard for everyone else to follow. When governments know the public is watching, they perform with integrity.
So, where do you actually go to use this voice of yours? You can channel this through several highly effective, everyday avenues. You can use social media platforms, literally just tagging your local government page to let them know the community is paying attention. You can speak up at local community assemblies. You can hit up official complaint desks. Or you can partner with established civil society organizations, or CSOs. These are your instruments for procurement reform. Use them boldly, use them responsibly, and use them right now. And finally, part 5,
the community call to action.
We are officially shifting from individual steps to the power of a collective movement. So here are your clear next steps. Follow along for continued updates in the public procurement space. Share this explainer series with your networks. Get your friends and neighbors in on this. Join a local monitoring group or a CSO to really multiply your impact. But most importantly, use your rights. Observe, report, and engage. Because the absolute truth of the matter is this: when you are involved, procurement works. And when procurement works, our communities win.
Civic life requires us to be engaged on multiple fronts, from educating our neighbors and showing up to assemblies to demanding transparent spending and pushing for sustainability. This explainer series isn't just the end of an educational journey. It's the start of a movement of informed citizens who absolutely refuse to be silent spectators when it comes to how their tax dollars are spent. Stay informed, stay involved, stay accountable.
To wrap things up, I want to leave you with a lingering question. What is the one thing you are going to do differently as a citizen after following this series? Really think about it. Are you going to look up a local project on the procurement portal today? Are you going to take a walk and snap a photo of that construction site down the street? Make a community pledge to yourself right now. Go be the change your local community deserves. Your voice is a tool for procurement, so use it. Thank you so much for exploring this with me, and I'll chat you on the next explainer.
Please follow, support, and share this advocacy. Thank you for watching.